What's up, guys? I'm Matt Reisinger.
And I'm Lee Snedeker.
And we are installing a Reolink system at this house that we just completed. This is the Reisinger build project. We've got a video doorbell, and then talk to us about the cameras, Lee.
Yeah, you've got a little bullet mount, Ultra HD 4K
How about that?
outdoor camera with infrared.
And they include on this kit that we bought from Amazon. My clients actually bought this. What's this? This is a hard drive, right?
Yeah, it's a DVR that outputs PoE to power these cameras over Cat6 or Cat6A cable.
And the thing I like about this, Lee, is that there's no monthly charges. This is going to be a local system. So we're going to record the video locally, and then we'll send it out to our phones so that my clients can say, hey, this is the person at the front door, or here's what's happening in the back of the house. I'm a newbie in this front. Lee's got a lot of experience. He's actually the inventor of the Voltec system that we use here. We'll show you that later in the video. So I thought it'd be kind of interesting to see for a newbie and a guy who's experienced, but yet has never done a Reolink system. Lee's just a smart guy. He's done a lot of tech stuff. Let's see what it takes to install this Reolink. Today's build show installing a Reolink security system. Let's get going. Okay, so the key on this job is that Lee and a couple other guys ran our, is this Cat6 cable?
Cat6.
In a home run, meaning it goes straight from here all the way back to the attic where we're going to put the rest of the system, right?
DVR.
And then you actually put this jack on this morning too, right?
Correct.
This was just cable. And so there is a little bit of a process for that. We won't go into that now, but basically you need to take the twisted wires, take them apart, and this jack needs to be put on later. But then talk to me about how the camera gets installed and what are the three things that we're seeing here? Yeah,
so you've got a RJ45 input that's going to connect to the LED jack with a patch cord, right?
And this is a PoE system, which means power over Ethernet, which means there's no additional 120 needed. That system that's in the attic, the main Reolink, is going to send power through this Cat6 cable, correct?
Correct. So, right, we're gonna configure the camera through the RG or category 6.
Yep.
You've got a reset button and a remote power button. So if you didn't want to do PoE with this camera,
you could put power
you could plug in a wall wart to 120 volt and power the camera here.
And this is probably DC power right there.
Correct. It's probably 48 volts. I didn't. And then you got a little reset button here.
Got it.
If you need the factory reset.
Okay. And then this is a kind of a bullet style camera, we call these. And we made sure to measure the distance on this shroud because Nathan drilled a smaller hole to grab our wire out of because we have this pre-painted hardy soffit already. And this is pretty sweet because this will actually sink up into the hole. So we're actually going to shove this into the hole and then screw this up, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate it. Okay, next up, the Reolink video doorbell with PoE. We've got our Cat6 coming out. Any concerns with this setup?
Well, we don't have any give. We're not pushing any cable back in the house.
Yeah, like we were on this office, right?
It's probably foamed back there because Matt likes an airtight house.
Yes, I do.
So we're gonna try to work with about 6 inches of this. Put a mod plug on the end, RJ45, to plug into the back of the doorbell.
But I'm curious if they gave us any room in the back
to
of the
bury
doorbell.
that slack.
Right, exactly.
Hopefully there's a bit of a back.
Oof, it's not much. What's this? Oh, we don't need that.
That ding's in the house. That's your ding dong.
Oh, that's the ding donger.
Yeah, it's like Bluetooth or something, you know?
Oh, that's the ding donger. Yeah, okay, cool. I like that. What is this? Is this a back plate?
Yeah,
that might give us some extra room.
It puts it at an angle.
Oh, interesting. Which I don't know that we're down, do we? Well, maybe we do, because we're kind of far from the front door.
I might be able to make this work. YouTubers.
All right, so we got a little bit more room with the back plate, whereas without it, there's not a ton of room. And how many inches would we want to cut this?
I mean, 6 inches probably, because we don't have we can't push any slack back in the house.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess the question is, do we want the back plate or not?
I think because the door is over here a ways, you know?
I think we do want the back plate. Plus I have this trim here.
Brings it out just
I wonder if we actually want to make, I have some extra of this wood at the office. Do we want to fur this out by another 3/4 inch with some more of this wood?
And if you made the hole a little bigger, it would give us some more slack.
Stay tuned. We got a little work project here. Okay, front door update. Nathan made me a mounting block to bring this thing out a little bit. So this is just a piece of 3/4 poplar that we painted black. Because of this thickness on this trim that I used here, I was worried that this was not going to be able to see around the corner. So we're going to mount this mounting block, which will bring it out a little bit. So we're going to mount all this up and see what this looks like. I think the hardest part of the whole install so far, frankly, is making the connection at the end. So I'm going to have Lee show us how to do that. So Lee, we've got, by the way, this is Chris. Thank you, Chris, for the help. This is just a piece of cable left over, but this is how we're doing it. Will you walk us through, Lee?
Yeah, so piece of category 6 cable for the doorbell that was sticking out of the house. We got to put on a RJ45 mod plug. So basically we're making a patch cord.
Okay.
You know, your factory cord is going to come like this on a typical patch cord.
Yep.
In the field, you would normally put a jack on the end of a cable like we did with the cameras, and then a patch cord. But
got it.
for the camera, this is what we need to do. So Chris is going to strip this.
All right, so this is a little stripper tool, which is only hitting the jacket, right?
Correct. It only cuts to a specific depth so that you do not scar these conductors or they'll rust, and then they'll fall apart, and then it won't work any longer.
And so we've got 4 pair. They're all a different color on there, and they're twisted together, right?
Yep, and a separator. So that just electrically separates the signal on each one of the pairs, so you don't get crosstalk
Gotcha.
between them.
Okay, so now, so we've, is there any particular reason, Chris, you went to that like 1.5 2 inch depth?
No, just preference.
Gives you a little to work with, but you don't want to go a foot because then you're wasting
Right, then you're wasting a bunch.
$2 a foot cable.
Okay, so now we've got 4 pairs, and now this connection that you see here has 8 total slots on there, correct?
Correct, and it's pass through, right? There's a hole in the end.
Okay.
So he's going to flatten these pairs out.
Okay.
So they lay flat side by side horizontally.
Got
and they're
it.
going to slide through and out the end.
Okay, let's do it.
And that's the, you know, the hardest part really is untwisting and getting them flat, and then not crossing colors up.
Got
You
it.
don't want the white from the white orange getting mixed up with the white from the white green, right? Or you've got a cross,
Or they're not going to
and
talk
nothing's
to
going to
each
talk.
other correctly.
So it's
And then how do you know which color goes where on this?
well, you have a pinout. So if you follow the code on these, there's a 568A and a 568B.
Okay.
A was the original code from probably all the way back in the 70s with the phone companies.
Oh, really?
And then AT&T or somebody decided, well, we're going to do it differently. We're going to mix up 2 of the colors and move them in this skew of things and call it B.
Oh, that's funny.
And so now you've got A and B. Most people now terminate everything in B.
So all you've done is, oh, interesting, you cut it on an angle. There's got to be a rhyme or reason behind that.
It makes it a little bit easier for him to kind of slide it in and not cross them up.
Got it. Oh, and then they come through, and now the crimper tool comes out.
And that'll cut off your excess as well. So he'll put it in the...
So you simply put it in there. Oops. So you just put it in, and now we do what? Crimp and cut, all in one maneuver. How about that? That was easy.
You've got a patch cord.
Not bad at all.
We're not big about people doing this in the field because a lot of people will screw it up. They'll cross a pair, and then they complain that it doesn't work.
All right.
So we really like people to buy a factory patch cord.
Yeah.
But if you need to do one in the field, Chris does it right.
But where these cameras are, we ran a home run. So this Cat 6 that we got in bulk during construction, we got it in like 100-foot rolls, is running like where this camera is right here. And this is where we made a patch cord of that camera. It's running all the way back to that attic. Okay, y'all, day 2 over here on our Reolink project. We decided to abandon the camera that was on the back of the house. For some reason, our wire got buried, and the homeowner's like, I don't really need to see my shed, so that's not that big a deal. Now, when we left yesterday, we didn't have the front door doorbell camera working. So let's head up to the attic and take a look. Lee is plugging in the front doorbell camera. And we got our boys over here sussing out the situation for getting the wire from the outside to the in. So we got a little work to do today, Lee. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it should go quick, but I'm playing with the traceable cords too.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. Check that out. So those things, you click them and they light up. And then on the other end, they'll light up as well, correct?
Yeah, so they're lit up back here, but if it was on a 300-foot cable, you just push the button on one end, find the other end.
That's pretty awesome. All right, Lee, we got the monitor going. We got the app up and running. Our clients are good to go. Any final thoughts on Reolink?
Seems like a pretty straightforward system. It was pretty plug and play.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, for $500 to get 4 cameras kind of built in. I think there was a 5th camera we didn't end up using.
Correct.
We thought about re-drilling into the soffit and popping a new line. Somehow my line got buried. That's my fault as the builder. But the clients were like, look, I don't care about seeing the shed, so no big deal. Everything else, so far, so good. We're used to $500 a camera systems. Or at my house, I used Ubiquity, which was like $150, $200 a camera. These do seem to be, they're maybe a slightly lower resolution grade, but
still going to capture what you need to capture.
Right, you're still going to capture what you need to capture, exactly. And to have that storage included for $500, I'm impressed. I got a builder friend, Brian, who uses Reolink on his jobs with a cellular network. And man, he loves it. He caught a thief on his job site. Go check it. I'll put a link to Brian's video below where he caught a guy and the police came and caught him red-handed who had been stealing from him on multiple occasions, and his Reolink camera saved him. So,
hey, contact, you're running. Stop, police! You're under arrest!
Lee, thanks for coming out. If you don't know Lee, go check out voltecinc.com. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Lee's the inventor of this system right here that we've got in the house that we shot. And they also have at Voltec these really cool patch cables that have a light up end, so you can figure out which end goes where. But he's my go-to tech guy. This had nothing to do with his system. I just wanted some help in case I ran into some problems. But ended up, I was behind the camera most of the time, and Lee,
good filmer,
along with Nathan, did most of the work. So, anyways, guys, if you're not currently a subscriber, hit that subscribe button below. We've got new and extremely nerdy content here in the Build Show every Tuesday and every Friday. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on the Build Show.